Well, back to my 3-in-1 phone charger.
Oh,
So,
yes.
you speculated that I would be lucky to get half, more like $50.
Yeah.
So I listed it initially as 125. No bites. No bites at all. Oh no, I got one bite from one dude who offered me $50 for it. And for a moment, I thought it was you.
So
it's like his will signed into Gumtree.
Certainly did not got a bite. You did not get a bite. You got a little nibble. You entered into a negotiation at that point, but 50's too low. 50's come in too low. If you've started at 125, you're not going to 50 immediately.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because there's these automated responses on Gumtree when you're sort of responding to kind of inquiries. And at first I was so insulted. I was like, I'm going to let this guy know what I think. But then there was one which was like, I was actually hoping for a little bit more or something like that. So I sent that off and he was like, fine, okay. And then another guy came in and offered me $90. And I went, done, sold. Like you'd spooked me. You'd spooked
He's probably
me with
friends with the fucking guy who offered you 50. He goes, you go in and offer him 50, spook him, get inside his head. I'll swoop in, offer him 90. Bang, bang, job done.
I was feeling pretty good about $90 in cash. And he said it was going to be, he came around to get it and he said it was going to be a birthday present for his son-in-law. And I'm like, that's interesting though. Like if you got that, so just say, your partner's father gives you a Christmas present and you open it and you notice that it's not sealed. Are you like, you bought this secondhand? And then does that kind of, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem. I get secondhand stuff all the time, but part of me would be like, is he regifting? Is he farming this off on me?
Well, I mean, if you've married his daughter or vice versa, like, in the relationship, but he said son-in-law, didn't he? That was what it was. Son-in-law.
Yeah. Son-in-law.
Okay. So so presumably the son's married his son or his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Like, to go into the family. I mean, they said they're happy with secondhand because that person is secondhand. He owned that person for the first 18 years of their life, and now they're out in the world.
I believe your children are your property.
Legally. In a way, until they're adults, they kind of are your property. So all kids are secondhand. Like,
you wouldn't be slightly like, oh, I'm not worth a brand new purchase. Part of you wouldn't feel undervalued by that.
I wouldn't know. If it was what I needed, if I needed a charger and it was an appropriate charger, I'd be wrapped. It's fine if it works. I don't care. It's good. And in fact, if anything, I would actually, particularly in the part of the world in which you live, like the idea of not throwing things out and being able to like repurpose them or recycle them or, get something that is pre-loved instead of buying something that is brand new is actually probably adds value to the gift rather than negates value. Maybe this son-in-law is so environmentally conscious. The reason that he hasn't actually got himself a new charger is that he doesn't want to add to all the,
only secondhand. Maybe the whole family has a rule: only secondhand gifts, nothing new. Let's be environmentally conscious. Let's be as woke as the writers of 90210.
Maybe they got a couple of rescue dogs at some stage, which, let's be honest, are just secondhand dogs, right? That's what a rescue dog is. It's a pre-loved, pre-owned dog, but they've got the great thing in dogs where they call them rescues, which is just branding really for secondhand, right?
Yeah.
So, but maybe this family really liked that. It made them feel good. We've given an animal a second chance. Maybe we could apply this principle to everything in our lives. Maybe I'll get a rescue charger. Maybe that's what they call it. They say, I got you a rescue charger. And that actually makes it better than a normal charger. A charger from
you don't want a rescue condom.
You don't want one of those.
There's certain things which, like rescue condom, rescue hypodermic needle. There's a few things which need to be.
It doesn't apply to everything. No, I understand. No. I understand that. But like in this case, I think it adds some charm to it.
Do you think anyone ever has reused a condom?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. People have washed them out and used them again. No doubt about that. Yeah.
I mean, you probably should. In this day and age of like being environmentally conscious.
I know, but it just feels like one of those things where every time you wash it, somehow you're like weakening.
Well, only if you're using the same. If it's with the same partner and you like it's birth control or something. I don't think you should be reusing it with like multiple different partners because who knows what's living in the.
Yeah, but I'm even talking about the idea of if it was with your same partner, like the effectiveness of it might, like if you Like the guy.
Depends how vigorous you are. Like, I think I could get at least 5 or 6 uses out of mine.
Well, I mean, you have to change the tires on your car every 5,000 kilometers, and they're made of rubber as well. So I assume
It's a sprint, not a marathon.
that at some stage.
To see the full video, join our Patreon.
Patreon.com/Tofop.